I'd just like to give a huge thank you to IceLord99 for sending me the cover to Space Pirates. I've recently put it on. It was so much better than the other one. I absolutely love it. Literally, it's near enough a hand-drawn thing. It's just a really great cover. Hello, welcome to All Things Doctor Who. I'm Owen, and today I'm going to be defending a certain story. But before I do, you know them stories that just get hate. And you feel like, why did that story get hate? Does it really deserve the hate it gets? Because some stories deserve it. Gunfighters! Oh, sorry. That was a terrible cough. Is that my gunfighter, Stevie? Just thrown on the floor? Oh, God, I just dropped it again. Well, that won't be missed. And then there's stories that don't deserve it. And the story I'm going to be talking about today is the Space Pirates. So without further ado, let's roll the titles. I've been meaning to make this video for such a long time because the Space Pirates has been one of them stories I've always had a thing for. I've never seen why it's had its hate, and in this video I'm going to be defending it. So when people normally think about Trout, may think of the two other Cybermen, maybe Power of the Daleks, maybe the War Games. Underwater Menace? No, when it talks about the Underwater Menace. Even though I like that story, it's not Chatton's favourite story, not at all. The story aired from the 8th of March to the 12th of May back in 1968, and it was written by Robert Holmes. This story is the second to last story in season 6. Basically, this story is near enough completely missing. And now, when I say near enough, it's got one episode, episode 2, surviving, and that's why I say near enough, because it's not completely missing, but it's near enough completely missing. But let's get on to why I think the story is really underrated. For starters, the one point people say about the story, and why they say it's so bad, is the visuals. Now, this story is a visual story, and you're comparing a visual story with no visuals, and you can't really review it how you should review it. Think about it this way. Let's compare Enlightenment, the 5th Doctor story that's very similar to this, or Frontier in Space, to this. Two stories that I found, obviously, very space battle-esque. Imagine if there were no visuals to that, just telesnaps and writing at the bottom telling us what was happening and audio. Would it still be as good? No. But let's compare it back to the Space Pirates. It's near enough the same thing, space fights and space wars with the 2nd Doctor Jamie and Zoe with no visuals. Guys, it's a visual story with no visuals, and people keep forgetting that. That is something people really need to know. Also, it's got some great comedic characters in the story. It's near enough a side character based thing. Obviously, the Doctor and Jamie all have their part in it, and their scenes can be pretty good together. But the characters, it actually trusts the side characters, and this is what more Doctor Who stories should do. And the performance as well. Patrick Troughton, Wendy and Fraser Hines give fantastic performances in the story. Their chemistry is on point. Granted, their first ever proper entrance in the story is about 15 minutes in to the episode, so by the time they're actually established in the story is already set up. We already know what the Space Pirates are planning, and we already know some of these characters and the ones that have been introduced. This is probably one of the only space type stories they were going to get until Frontier in Space, because they knew what they were planning after Patrick Troughton was going to regenerate. An Earth-based Doctor story of unit, and we got that, if you didn't know. So with this, we're just trying to make the most out of space travel, out of fighting in space, all that sort of thing, and in a sense this is like a love letter to space opera style things, and I absolutely love that in the story. So in a few sentences, why is the Space Pirates underrated? Firstly, Robert Holmes writes a very good script in my personal opinion. Patrick Troughton is on point, Fraser Hines as Jamie McCrimmon is great as always, and Wendy as Zoe is brilliant. Episode 2 that survives. Granted, not much happens because the Doctor, Jamie and Zoe are stuck in an airlock just floating in space, but the scenes they have some nice chemistry, and if we had other episodes, well, it could be a lot better. Seriously, this story needs to be animated. Hashtag animate the Space Pirates. Hashtag animate the Space Pirates. And last but not least, with its wide range of characters, comedic as well as serious. The story's got different tones, so if you're a fan of serious, you're going to have your serious scenes. If you like your comedic scenes, you're going to have your comedic scenes. So I personally think The Space Pirates is incredibly underrated, and I really think the story would get more love if it was found, or animated at least. So BBC, that's your mission. Animate The Space Pirates. Do this, we need the story back. And I really hope this video gives the appreciation to watch The Space Pirates. So I am all things Doctor Who, and I will see you later. See ya.